As Hurricane Melissa continues its path through the Caribbean, the storm now hitting Cuba after rocking Jamaica. What's the latest this morning, you can tell us?
Yeah, let's start with the impact on Jamaica, because as we're seeing by some of the video and we're hearing from local representatives that the damage is going to be catastrophic. Now, these are just initial estimates, but what we're seeing already in the video is heartbreaking to see. The full scope of the disaster now really only starting to reveal itself as assessments can now begin in the light of day. But what we're seeing already, that entire communities have been inundated by water, some submerged and potentially cut off for days, if not weeks. Infrastructure has collapsed. Some communities in the hardest hit areas could be isolated for quite some time, as the Prime Minister declared the whole island a disaster area. Now, Jamaica's capital, Kingston, relatively spared the worst of it, but hundreds of thousands have been left without power. Schools, homes, hospitals, all impacted by the hurricane. Most of the island dealing with downed trees and power lines. As you mentioned, the ferocious winds howling at nearly 300 kilometers per hour, damaging hospitals, leaving one without power, forcing staff to evacuate some patients to safer locations. Also, an important step now in the immediacy is not just assessing damage of communities overall, but also particularly airports, Marcia, because of course that is essential, not just for the movement of people in and out, but also the movement of aid getting into Jamaica, which will be desperately needed right away. So the assessment is just getting underway for the major airports in Jamaica, but the initial video that we've been seeing and reports that we've been hearing, particularly the airport in Montego Bay, has suffered significant amount of damage. And so we'll have to wait and see exactly when officials can walk through the airport, get close to the airport, get more video of these airports, and assess when they might be able to reopen. But of course, that is a critical lifeline for the island nation, getting people in and out. Of course, travelers like Canadians, getting them home, but also important in getting so much aid into the island nation.
Yeah, and so what's next for Hurricane Melissa?
Yeah, so what's next? You mentioned right now it has been battering Cuba overnight. It's now been downgraded to a Category 2, yet still impacting Cuba severely. Hundreds of thousands of people were evacuated to shelters ahead of the storm, as it now deals with life-threatening storm surge and flash flooding causing landslides. Eastern Cuba bearing the brunt of the storm, still rocking the island as a Category 2 hurricane, and then moving beyond to more Caribbean islands before it goes further out and no longer posing a threat. But there is still a significant threat to a lot of people in the path of the storm right now, Marcia.
Scott Hurst for us. Scott, thank you for all of that. And for more on Hurricane Melissa, you can check out our website, ctvnews.ca.